Alright, you can start.
Ready?
Mm-hmm. It's on.
Well, hello, here's another Monday. And I've come to see my babies, see how everybody's doing, how you progress during the week. Are you up? Are you down? You know, the weather we're having now, it's not cold and it's not really, hot or anything. It's just teasing you weather. Saying that it could be much better. And some people want it to be warm so badly, they just putting on sweaters and going outside without any coats. But I'm going to tell you, you don't feel it now, but you'll answer to that later when you go out there without no coats. Don't be so quick for it to be hot. It's going to be hot. It's coming. It ain't going nowhere.
Damn. Let me turn this light on.
See, my little kitties are running around out here, getting and doing everything that they could possibly do. They're not scared of anybody, these two that we got. Their mother only had two. And they are as fresh as they can be. I mean, they jump everybody that come in. Not to hurt them, but, to say, who are you coming in here? Everybody want them. But they're nothing but little babies, and they're like any child. You play and you have a good time. Thing is, you got to teach them how to use the litter box and stuff like that. Well, I'm here today to try to solve a few problems if I possibly can. And now, these are my opinions. This is how I feel about things that you asked me. So, I'm not putting no gun to nobody's head or telling anybody they do or they don't have to do anything. I'm just making a suggestion.
Yeah, they got on you last week.
Yeah, they got on me last week, but it's the truth. I mean, it got on me because I said a young lady, she didn't like the way her skin looked. Do something about it. You don't like the way your hair look. Do something about it. You got short hair, you want long hair, get long hair if you can afford it. Do what you can. You only live this lifetime one time. Why you gonna hold it up because you scared somebody gonna say something? Somebody always gonna say something. You want to be happy. If that's what's gonna make you happy, being thin, being small, or even gaining weight. Somebody that's small and gain weight. Would they have stuff out here that you can gain weight that make you gain weight? Take it. If that's what makes you happy. If that's what's going to do for you. You don't worry about what tit-tat and do that, and say what they say. You will never have a thing. Because everybody's not going to always agree with you. So I know everybody's not going to always agree with me. So let's get this show started and see what's going on.
She said tit-tat and bat. Alright. Look, make sure y'all thumbs up this video and share on Facebook and Twitter.
Oh, they better.
Also, please make sure that y'all think y'all sentences through when y'all write these letters. I'm not judging nobody, but I had to reply to a couple people and ask them to rewrite what they're trying to say because, it was just bad. And I'm not coming down on nobody, but please make sure y'all get to the point when y'all write these letters because I have to read them and pick these out. So, I'm going to go with the first question. This one says, hi, I'm an 18-year-old senior in high school, and this is my second year at my new school. I'm a very shy person, so I stay to myself and don't know too many people at my school. But when my senior year started, me and this girl got very close. We talked every day in and outside of school, and we loved each other's company. But in January, I started talking to this boy that goes to my school. He is very nice and makes me happy. But since we started dating, my friend has stopped talking to me. When I asked her why, all she says is she doesn't think he is the one for me. And so whenever I am with him, she always gives me an attitude and gets mad at me. I told her I don't want me and his relationship to affect our friendship. And she said, I guess we can be friends as long as you don't bring him around me. I have no idea why she's acting this way because she's never given me a reason why she doesn't like him. And it's really making me not want to be her friend at all. But the reason why it hurts is because this is our senior year and we have prom coming up and all the senior trips, and I feel like I'm not going to enjoy myself because she was my only friend at my school besides the boy I talked to. I honestly don't think I want to be her friend anymore because I feel like she has shown me her true colors. So am I doing the right thing for not talking to her anymore over a boy, or should I try to work things out again?
When I was in the Girl Scouts, we had a song that went, make new friends, but keep the old. One is silver and the other's gold. And we sang that in rhyme. And when I sing that song, I'm saying that you could still be her friend, but I think you meant a little more to her than she's willing to admit. And this is how it's coming out. You know, love comes out in so many ways. And if she feels that way about it, then so be it. Just don't take him around her. And if she feels completely about that you should stop being her friend because you are close to this gentleman, then you should just let it go. Maybe you outgrew her when you got him. She has nobody. And that's how she feels about it. So you just let it go. Don't make no big thing of it. You know, just let go.
I'm so busy seeing my face. Hold up. Yo, these kittens is crazy. Hi, Mama Scorpion. I enjoy watching your sessions of Mama's Mondays and love hearing your advice. I'm 46 in a bad situation with a married man that has been going on for 6 years. A situation I never would have imagined getting myself into because it's against all of my principles and out of my character. And more importantly, I know better. But I get caught up in the devil's lies. He keeps telling me he's going to get a divorce, but he hasn't. I managed to leave him alone for a year, but just like the sly devil he is, he talked me back to being with him. I want out of this situation because it's getting me nowhere. What should I do?
Leave it alone. You know, there's some people, when you take drugs, take methadone. Methadone is worse than the damn drug. It only keep you hanging in there. Just leave it alone. Go cold turkey. Don't look back. And I was always told, when you move from anywhere, go anywhere, don't look back there, because if you look back, you'll go back there. You don't look back, that means you want to go to the future. You want to do something different. You know the difference between right and wrong. Nobody put no gun to your head. You went and did what you wanted to do because that's what you wanted to do. You wanted them, so you went and got it. Now you're telling yourself you don't want it. It is time for you to get somebody of your own. Have your own thing. And don't tell me you can't find them, because there's plenty of men out there. You know, and somebody out there that will make you happy. You know, and not somebody else's times and troubles and ups and downs. You know, you had enough of that. You done did enough of that for years. As you said, was what, 6 years?
Well, look at... Get off that phone.
So, just go ahead and just tell yourself, I'm leaving this alone. And walk away from it. And you'll be alright. Just ask God to take that taste out of your mouth. He'll do it. Let me tell you. God can slap the taste out of anybody's mouth. Girl, it's so that you will never know you had it in there. So, just ask him to help you take that taste away from you. And help you find yourself somebody who can love you for you. And not have to tell you lies and stories. I mean, nobody made you believe all that stuff. You believed it because you wanted to. You knew wasn't nothing happening after the second year. I love you, baby, but you see, the kids, come on. Wasn't going nowhere. Give yourself a break. It's time for you to have some of the things you want in life. You know what I mean? You giving up all that time, wasting it for somebody else's dream. Because it wasn't your dream. It couldn't have been. You don't need to take nothing from nobody else. You can get your own.
Move it.
Try getting your own. Go on. Give it a try.
Right.
Let me know what happened.
This question say, tired. Time is winding up. My parents were married 60 years ago. Excuse me. My parents were married 60 years upon my mother's passing. I'm the youngest of 4 and have unknowingly been the backbone. I adopted my only brother's child at 23 and raised her. I adopted another child 5 years later. I would do anything for these girls, yet they have taken me through. I've never married due to not wanting to bring a man into my home while raising them. The man I did date, who by the way I met in church, was gay. My father told me via email that he was getting married 91 days after we buried my mother. I've spent all my money sending my daughter to college just for her to act up. I'm tired. I followed the word of God, yet I seem stuck, betrayed, hurt, and confused. How do I stop being a caregiver, or is this my purpose? My kids blame me for adopting them. I feel so unappreciated. It's causing me to have major trust issues. In all things, give thanks. And she says her name.
Well, you know what they say, we all come here for a purpose. You suited your purpose. You came here for that purpose. And you did your job. Now it's time for you to let go. It's time for you to let go and go ahead and have your life. Stop chasing these kids.
They're getting on my nerves.
For you to have your life. For you to be happy. I didn't hear you say anything about somebody holding you and loving you. Taking care of you. Sending you anywhere. Showing you and giving you a nice time. I mean, come on now. That's always been the problem. I ain't gonna treat my kids like my mother treated me. And we give them every damn thing under the sun. And what do? Oh, they show you respect, all right. They show you their ass. Because you gave them too much. You didn't instill in them that, the road to survive. Half of them, if a mountain slid down on them, wouldn't know how to get the hell out by themselves. And you know why? Because you always did it for them. Oh, no, all right, baby, I'll do it for you. I'll get you out of there. They got to learn how to get out by their daggone self. You're not going to be here always. I'm not going to be here always. And they have to learn how to survive and make it. How they going to learn how to survive and make it if you hindering them? Let go. You did your job. You raised them. They weren't hungry a day. They still aren't hungry. They wanting, laughing, and doing what they want to do. And you sitting up there worrying yourself, that girl, if you don't go ahead and live your life, I'll come in there and choke you. Go on and live your life and be happy. Let me know what happened.
All right. This one is it says, I'm a 22-year-old young woman. For the past 4 years, I have been dealing with the biggest burden. When I was 18, I met a guy, and foolishly, after a week of knowing each other, I slept with him. That was my first and only time ever having sex, and about a month later, I found out I was pregnant. After many tears, talking to my mom and praying on it, I heavy-heartedly decided that the best thing to do for various reasons would be to terminate the pregnancy. That by far has been and probably will always be the hardest thing I have ever had to do. And still to this day, I question whether or not I made the right decision.
Mm-hmm.
I never told him about the pregnancy and definitely not about the termination, mainly out of fear of how he would react. For a while we broke contact, but lately we've been talking a little again. My biggest issue is that I've prayed on it and I've prayed on it, and I've not been able to forgive myself, and I think a part of that is because I never told him. The guilt has plagued me so heavily for the longest and eats me up inside. More so now that we're talking again. I guess after that, my question is, do you think there's any point in me telling him now, not for his sake, but for mine, so that I can forgive myself? Anonymous.
If that'll help you forgive yourself, yeah. But I wouldn't advise it. What's done is done. You cannot undo it. The only thing you can do is ask God to forgive you. You don't have to worry for His forgiveness. You need God's, not His. Now, after you get God's forgiveness, then you forgive yourself. Then you go head on. Running and telling him, you don't need to be, he's not your confessor. I mean, you got along without that knowledge all these years you and him been seeing each other. And from what you say, you don't stay together, you break up, you go back together, you break up, you go. Go on with your life now, honey. Let go. We all make mistakes. God has given you a second chance, you're still here. You ain't in no grave nowhere rotting. He gave you life. So go make a point of it. Do something with it. Be happy with it. Share it with somebody. Because you know what? Living that life by yourself, from what you're saying is, you're celibate? For what? Man, one of the biggest pleasures God gave man and woman was to have sex and to use it in the right way. It's a beautiful thing. But you know how we are as human beings. We always got to take it and blow it up out of shape and make it look this way and that way when it's not being for real. Be for real with yourself and let go. If I tell him, but please. Let me know.
It says, here's my question. I'm 29 and have been dating a 34-year-old man for about 7 months. I have some concerns. I came across hundreds of porn DVDs in his closet. I came across hundreds of porn DVDs in his closet. I don't mind my man watching porn, but I've never known anyone to have several hundreds of them. They were probably close to 1,000. Is this normal? Should I be concerned? I asked him about it, but he just laughed and brushed it off.
You know, let me tell you something. When I was a younger woman, I had my son. The first boy I had. And he gave me no problem because that boy came in this world like he was supposed to. Boom, blam, blam, he was out of there. He was out of that joint. And me and him have been close ever since. Me and my boys are close. In more ways than one. But you know what? He came home one day, I was cleaning his room, and he had these nasty magazines. Women doing all kinds of things, men doing all kinds of things. Where the hell is he getting the money to buy these magazines? Oh, I beat his ass unmercifully. Oh, I whipped his ass and whipped his ass. Every time I went in his room, he had them stuck all under the bed, stuck in the closet. I mean, he had so many books. And it seemed like the more I whipped his ass, the more books he went and got. Till you know what? I just left him alone. Come to find out, he was getting the books from this old man. And he had a place where, you know, you go, you read the books and this and that, and then you go turn them in, and they get some more books for them, and for the ones that you turn in. Plus he was, they was coming, some of them was coming to him by the mail. And he was giving them to my son. Well, you know, I guess he was teaching him about being a man. You know, letting him, because his libido was sure enough working. You know, so I say to you, don't worry about it. If that's his hobby, that's his hobby. What you need with a man that don't look at no porno? Something wrong with him. I wouldn't want no damn man who wouldn't look at another woman. It would scare me. You know? So that means something ain't working. You know, well, what I'm going to do with him? You know, a woman can do the same thing any man can do. To a certain degree. And, like I said, don't worry about it. It didn't have anything to do with your, that's just a part of him that you found out about. You ain't say nothing about y'all getting married or trying to get married. Were you living together? Just living together. It's just a part of him that you found out about. So, wait till he found out about you. Is it, you know, is it all that cool when he found out about you? You learn about him, please. Let me know.
Hi, Mama Scorpion. I'm pretty young, 17-year-old senior in high school, and I'm going through something that's probably silly to you, but I would like some advice from people other than my family and friends. I've been in a relationship from before my freshman years of high school until the end of my junior year, and it was amazing. We had our ups and downs, but everything is what the.
Just take your time.
No, because this is what I'm talking about. I've been in a relationship from what the. I'm gonna just skip it. We've had our ups and downs, but everything was worth it. He was an amazing guy and my first love. He left me saying that he needed time to enjoy his senior year freely, and I understood that. But during this break, I noticed him getting closer to another girl, and a little into our senior year, they began to date. She has lied and stepped out on him, but he remains with her. I've never hurt him before, and he claims I did nothing wrong, and he still loves me and always will be. I can tell he loves her more. Oh my God. He also lost his virginity to her, though when I met him, he claimed he personally didn't want to have sex till marriage. I'm in the process of moving on, but I still love him. He's still on my mind. Something in my heart is telling me this isn't the end for us, and my family and friend believes he's going to come running back. I don't, because of the way he's acting towards his new girlfriend. What do you think? Do you have any advice for me? I really hope this isn't too long.
Well,
17.
You a baby. Now, come on. You just beginning to climb out your shell. To know the up and downs of life and of man and woman. The changes they go through. And how they outgrow each other. You've known this person for a long time. So you outgrew each other, that's all. He wanted something a little bit different. That didn't mean that you weren't good enough for him and loving and kind and all those good things. It just means that it was time for him to move on. Mm-hmm. And for you too. You know, so I mean, don't worry about what your friends say. Don't let them feed that negative in you that, oh, he'll be right back. He just went round the corner to take a piss. Look, open your eyes to reality and face facts. It's Nunya. It's over. You had a good time with him. He didn't treat you bad. You know, y'all loved each other. Now it's be friends with each other. That's all.
Yes, and be focused on your education. It's a lot of young people.
You'll find somebody else. You know, don't worry about it.
Focus on getting that diploma and stop worrying about that shit.
Happy.
Okay. Hi, Mama Scorpion. My question is close to home. I'm 24 years old and I have a 3-year-old daughter, and I'm trying to have a civil parent relationship with her biological father. But he makes every excuse not to see her or pay child support. It really upsets me that he doesn't make time for her. So I do everything I can to be there for my daughter. He thinks that I, only in his words, use him for his money. That's not the case. Me and him had grown up without our fathers in our childhoods. And he took a route that I would consider an unhealthy way of life, whereas I had my grandpa to look up to as a father figure in my life. As I got older, my father and I built a relationship, and now my father is my best friend. Anyways, my question would be, what should I do? Turn the other way because he chooses not to be in our daughter's life, or fight to have him in her life? Either way, I feel obligated to do both. My side of my family tells me to just leave it alone, but the other side of me, but the other side of me tells me to keep fighting for them to be in each other's lives. I don't want my child thinking that her dad is just a person who comes and goes and rarely sees her and doesn't love her.
Only thing I can tell you is flunk him. If he's so stupid that he does not want to participate in his daughter's life, that's his business. You can't put a gun to his head and make him do anything. Don't worry about it. When he wants to step into her life, he will. How she perceives that herself after he does, that's on him. Nothing worse than a woman's scorn. Nothing worse than realizing that you stepped in a pile of shit and you can't take it back. All those years. Baby, it's no crime to grow up without a daddy. I didn't have a daddy myself. For a lot of reasons. But still, I didn't have a daddy. And I used to wonder what he would be like if I had sisters or brothers, or if I had other people on the other side, another grandmother or whoever else was involved. Don't worry about it. Everything will mix up and it will heal itself. Your daughter's fine. She ain't nothing but a baby. What, she's 3 years old, you say? Just go head on. Do what you got to do for her. Don't overdo it. When you say no, mean no. Do the best you can. And find yourself somebody for you. Time heals all wounds. Believe me, baby, it really does. I know it don't seem like it do. This old lady sitting up there talking shit to me. No, I'm not talking shit to you. I'm telling you, it really does. Because some of the pains in this world that you think won't ever go away, won't ever pass away, sure, there's a God sitting on the door. It passed away from you. And you don't even know when it happens. He does it so suddenly. So sudden. And you sit there and you say to yourself, well, dang, that was 5 or 6 years ago. I thought I would never stop feeling that pain. And you'll pass it on to somebody else. But she got to grow up. Let her grow up. You do the best you can by you. And there are millions of people in this world that grow up without no daddy. Don't worry about it. You yourself was saying that you had other people step in. I had an uncle who stepped in. My grandmother had 18 kids, baby, and her kids had kids, and so her kids had kids. But one of my aunt's husband, I babysit for them. And my uncle, whoa, boy. He just died suddenly when he died. He just shocked everybody else. And he was one of them type of men that everybody loved him. If he could do anything for you, possibly he would do it for you. When he died, let me tell you, baby, everybody cried. The men in the family, the women in the family, the kids, everybody died. Everybody cried. Everybody missed him. So, this was the lovable person that he was. And believe me when I tell you, I didn't need no daddy. Because he was that father to me. Sometimes he knew how to do hair. He would do my hair. And he would, help me buy my shoes and little things that I needed. I babysitted and they paid me for babysitting. And she'll be all right. Stop worrying about her. Let me know.
Okay. This one is, okay. The question, taking a deep breath. Mama Scorpion, I mean no harm, but how did you survive your 40s? That decade, I'm calling them mine the horny 40s. Was warned about this phase when I was a youngin', yet there's still nothing like actually experiencing this. Early on, didn't feel it really. Midway through, yes, feeling it. I know about the herbs to take, toys, etc., but it's still not really helping fully. Nothing like the warm, strong body of a man. Yes, I got one. He's divine, yet he's much older than I. And as you know, a man's prime, his sexual peak is in his 20s. Ours in our 40s. This is all documented in some anatomy and physiology classes. I try to meditate, listen to Erykah Badu song, What the Hell Am I Going to Do? I've been celibate for 2 years. There's this youngin' in his late 20s. We're friends. He seek me for advice and knowledge. We build. I honor and value our connection, but Lord, Mama Scorpion, I want him. Yet I don't want to jeopardize our friendship. But what is your question? Oh, I guess your question is how do you survive these 40s? See, they doing too much.
Yeah.
Go sit down. Move it.
You know.
Y'all worse than Vivian Madison.
Well, best I could tell you, baby, it'll pass away too. That too shall pass. Like you said, you know about the toys and the this and the that. But if you don't meditate on it, you won't think about it. If you don't think about it too much, you won't meditate on it too much. You won't have such a problem. I found out when I don't linger on a subject too long, it doesn't bother me that much. I don't say it goes away completely, but it doesn't bother me as much as it would or it could bother me. You didn't say whether you was married to your friend.
The older guy, yeah.
Yeah, the older guy. You didn't say whether you was married to him or not.
And she's celibate. How y'all do that?
You know. And I don't know where all this celibacy come into. You and him, the first gentleman that you're with, if you're having hormonal problems, it's because you are celibate. You got to let that tag out of that tank. And if them toys ain't helping you none, you still got to go to the real thing. You know, and you know, I've always drawn, and to me, I've always drawn younger men. All my men have always been younger than I am, and I didn't pick it that way. I didn't choose it that way. It seems like it always happened. The men who were my age, did nothing happen. But always the ones who were younger than me, now they wanted to light my fire. I ain't say they almost didn't light my fire, but you gotta do what you gotta do for you. And praying ain't gonna get you out of this one. I mean, it'll help, but just go ahead and do what you gotta do. Stop biting your nails and your toes, and he gave it to you and enjoy. So just don't go take nobody else's, man. Get your own. That's what I say.
All right. Let me see. All right, we got two more. It says, I'm 21 and my best friend is 20. Since secondary school, 14, I guess that's middle school, because this looked like someone wrote from the UK. Since secondary school, we've been inseparable. He became a brother to me. All my memories of school hold him in them, and my family treated him as their own. However, in late 2012, we fell out over 450 pounds, or is that 450 euros, whatever it is, which I had lent him, and he told me he paid me back that October. After much drama, I didn't get my money back until March 2013. We didn't speak again until September 2013 and have slowly began rebuilding our friendship. Sometimes I wonder if I forgave him too soon, as he acts as nothing happened. But I try not to dwell on that aspect anymore. Though my dilemma stands that while he's a great person, his decisions don't always reflect it. He does a lot of fraud to move his way throughout life and often disappears off the radar for weeks at a time, sometimes even asking me to help out when he needs it, which I find myself slipping into. He's having a baby this year and wants me to be a huge part in their life, but I often find myself questioning if I'm still holding on to the memories we once held and using it for validations.
Hello. No, they want appreciation things. Survey. I know one thing. That's when my internet came back on. Everything had popped off.
Yeah, that was Sam. Like, what are you messing with? He messed up the cable. Like, the cable kept cutting off, then the internet kept cutting off. What are you doing? Anyway. It says, he's having a baby this year and wants me to be a huge part in their life, but often I find myself questioning if I'm still holding on to the memories we once held and using it as validation for our friendship to date. While many find it easy to burn bridges that never been something I'll take lightly, should I let the past be the past or continue to rebuild our friendship and see how things go? When would you know the best time to let people go without feeling guilt? Thanks in advance.
Oh, why should you feel guilty? I mean, like I said before, people outgrow each other. Obviously, he outgrew you. He got a baby on the way. And I know he ain't had no threesome. Let him live his life the way he want to live it. And you live yours the way you want to live it. It's a little bit of anger there. I heard it.
No, she probably liked him.
You know, and you felt the way you felt about him. But it just didn't happen. Why do we spend so much time hanging on to one thing when it's not necessary?
Oh, I want somebody to pick.
Hello? Hello? Well, like I said, sometimes you just gotta go ahead and go on. Keep doing the same old thing, saying the same old thing. Don't be unhappy for him. Be happy for it. Be happy for that one of y'all found something that you were looking for, or you found part of what you were looking for. Life is an explorer's game where everyone go from ups and downs and hills. And it's just like climbing a mountain. Find a cave, you go through that cave, you go through this, you go through that, your ups and your downs. And all I can say is let it go. Just you can do it nice by just easing off, seeing him every now and then. If you feel as though you want to be bothered being the baby's godparents or whatever, you could do that and still be friends. But if you find out seeing him disturbs you to the point where it makes you envious of what he has, or it hurts you to see him without you, then let go. Don't torture yourself. You ain't got to go through all that. It ain't necessary. You know, you did what you had to do. You had your moment with him. If it didn't happen, it just didn't happen.
Got one more. You know they closed that secondhand place downtown?
What?
That place you used to go to?
Oh, it's right there on Parish Street.
Oh, they moved it?
Yeah, it's right there, Broad and Parish. Okay. It's closer.
Where's that damn letter? Okay. Shoot, I got something to say about this, but I'm not. Hey there, Mama. I have watched and listened to you for the past 2 weeks, and I love your honest comments and suggestions. I have been seeing this man who lives with his middle daughter and her 2 kids. Since we cannot see each other during the week, I look forward to spending time with him on weekends. I knew what I was getting into with him, and I'm doing all I can on my end. But he is always babysitting and doing things for his grands. He makes time for me when he wants to. Should I just keep it moving or continue to wait on him? Single black woman with no responsibilities.
Well, if you ain't got no responsibilities, what you worried about that? You need somebody to wait on you there. He's waiting on his grand, and you're waiting on him. Who's waiting on you? Think about it. Now, if you feel as though you're not getting none of his time or that loving, and hugging, going places, doing things together, there's nothing wrong with sharing what he's enjoying with his grandchildren. But there's got to be a place there for you too. And if there's no place there for you, then move on. Find yourself somebody else. Like I said, God didn't only make one. There's plenty of fish in that sea. You know, and you just got to find the right fish for you. You know, fish is one of the most, to me, satisfying foods that there is.
Y'all got one more time.
And I love fish myself. But sometimes, like I said, you gotta move on.
At least talk to him about it before you make a decision.
Well, you can talk. You can talk about it. Obviously, she's been trying to talk about it, but she's not getting anywhere. She needs time for it because she didn't say anything about time for herself. She wants time for herself to be able to sit and hug and kiss and chew and bite on him or whatever else that she needs to do. She just wants time with her and him. Not the grands, not the uncles, not the aunts, not the this, not this. Her and him. And if you ain't gonna get that out of him, don't blame him for loving his grandkids. He's supposed to love his family. You know? He looking forward to them grandkids. His kids is all grown up. Went on out of his way. His grandkids is his way of lavishing what he has or who he is on them. But if you can't get none of that, then go ahead on to this. Thanks, but no thanks. And keep on moving.
Alright, we gotta wrap it up.
So, okay, now, basically today, I seen everything was on outgrowing. We do outgrow each other sometime, and even though we don't like to admit it, it happens to us. We need to, sometimes you gotta grow up. It's a hard pill. That's a hard pill to swallow, though. When you want somebody and you find out that they don't want you as much as you want them. And you just don't seem to know why. Sometimes there is no reason why. It just happens. You know? Yeah, we used to go in the park and we used to lay there and look up at the sky and watch the clouds roll by, and you know, it was wonderful. We used to go swimming together, and we had go to the park, and then we go to places and have tea and all those things together. Now we don't do those things anymore because you've outgrown each other. So sometimes you gotta say, like I said, thanks, but no thanks. You gotta turn yourself loose and you gotta let go. You ask God to take that taste out of your mouth so that you won't want it as bad. And each day that you ask Him that, to take that taste out of your mouth, it'll get a little bit better. You know, it'll get better, and get better. It's just like, you know, you're cutting off yourself from cigarettes, and God knows it's. See, that's one of the worstest habits. You can try to do it out, but you could do it. I did it, and you can do it too. You could walk away from it and not sit up there and dote on it or feel sorry for yourself. You don't have to feel sorry for yourself. You know, just let go. Mm-hmm. And go ahead on and live your life. Let me know about it.
Let me know about it. Alright, y'all, we're gonna wrap this up. Yeah. Shoot. Yeah, it should be at WrestleMania Sunday. Monday? I don't know. We'll be back next week with the new video. Damn, it'll be April tomorrow. Alright, y'all. Bye.